retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. It takes a fantasy.
How's it going, guys? Hope you all are doing great. This is EVlog coming to you live. And welcome back on another great live stream, EVlog Anime Analysis Episode 3. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is quite a bit unpacked here. So I will need your patience because this week's episodes, most of the episodes, nothing really much that went on them, but one episode, one anime has a lot to unpack. So I will talk about the other three first: Windbreaker, Rurouni Kenshin, and Solo Leveling, before I get to Dragon Ball Daima, because that is a lot to unpack. I want to take my time on that, and I don't want to do it first because it will overshadow the other three animes. So I will get the first three animes first, and then do Dragon Ball Daima episode 18. Now, before we begin, once again, ladies and gentlemen, your donation, your subscription, whether if it is subscribing to the channel, your membership, you using super chat, it helps the channel a lot. And if you've been watching ever since I started doing live stream up until now, there is a difference. So if you want the channel to grow, to support the channel, to improve the channel, every little bits of improvement that I make helps, and it helps my experience with you guys, and also it helps your experience as well watching this channel. So use that super chat to ask your questions, to donate, and subscribe to the membership. Being a membership gives you access to exclusive content, exclusive photos, personal photos, exclusive shorts, exclusive videos for members only, and many more. Depending on the level of membership that you select, it will give you access to the type of authentication or classified content that you want. So become a member. The link should be in this description if I'm not mistaken. If it's not, go to my channel, look at where it says join or membership, join, and select the options that you want. I will be putting more content out there. I think already there is a couple of content out there already, but I will be putting more as day goes by. And I want to do this for members only, to treat them a little special, because being a member shows that you are locked into what I'm doing, that you're supporting what I'm doing, that you are just high tier, that you are going to extra mile to see this channel grow, and I appreciate that. Becoming a platinum member gives you updates, to status update, to everything I'm doing. I just want to say, I'm sure you guys are wondering why my Dragon Ball Daima episode 17 is no longer there. Well, those kind of things are the things I make available to members only, especially when you reach platinum member. You will get access to, you will get to know what happened, what went down, why is it not there, why did I delegate the episode to Rumble. There's a reason why, right? So those are the kind of things you get to know more, you get to know everything. And I will be making that information available on members, for my members to have access to it. Though depending on the level that you select, you will gain access to such information. And depending on what I'm doing on my personal life as well, you will get to know, because I will make them available for my members only. And at this point, let me give a quick shout out to Jamily for becoming a member. Welcome, Jamily. Welcome, man. Much appreciated. Happy Sunday. And happy Sunday to you guys that are watching. You guys can feel free to let me know what you think about the layout that I have this time. I know when I do anime analysis, I normally use my full video, but this time I want to do it this way, and you guys can let me know what you think about it. How do you like the layout? So without further ado, let me quickly set up the goal for today. Super chat goal. All right. Yeah, I saw the audio problem for the gaming. It's not too bad. I think there's a screeching noise, especially when there is a huge impact, like an explosion. There's a screeching noise. Yes, I felt it, but it doesn't last very long. It lasts for like maybe 5 seconds of it, and it goes away. Maybe it comes back a little bit, lasts for 5 seconds, and it goes away. I do not know how I can fix that. I'm not sure where that screeching noise is coming from. For some of you who are not aware, Jeremy is asking that I did live stream yesterday, and during my live stream, during Final Fantasy 16 gameplay, there's a screeching noise that was coming out when there is a big impact, when there's a big explosion. So I checked it, but I'm not sure where it's coming from. I will try and change a couple of things, maybe do an update or something, because it's definitely coming from headsets, either the headset or from the audio. Most likely, it may be coming from the headset that I'm using, although I am not hearing it, but you guys are hearing it. So I'm not sure what is doing it. I will try it once again, and if it does happen, then I might have to change my headset. Okay, I might have to change it. So let's kick this off today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me start off with Windbreaker. Windbreaker, I did episode 11, 12, and 13. If you want to check it out, go to my Rumble channel, as I have delegated my Rumble access to you guys. You guys can watch all the 3 episodes on Windbreaker, which I will explain now. So the episode 11 starts off with Sakura being introduced to Sugarua and Kiryu, and those 2 characters were not introduced to him before, but now on episode 11, they got introduced to us and to Sakura, and they go to lunch, and along the line they engage in a fight, and they got to fight dogs that are bullying one of the civilians of their turf. And now I really like Sugaru. That German suplex that he gave to one of the thugs, it was really devastating. I really like that. And the clothesline, the lariat, shout out to Naruto, shout out to B. The lariat he gave to one of them was devastating. So Sugaru is a wrestler, and his fighting method shows it all. You know what I mean? And Kiryu, his fighting method is kind of Suo's fighting method, and I would like to see those guys engage in more fights for me to know, for them to get pushed and get, so that we can get to know their depth, what they can be able to do. Sakura, I already know what he can do, but some of these new guys that are coming up, that are being introduced, I guess with time, hopefully on season 2, we will get to know how far they can be pushed, or how strong they actually are. So moving on towards the ending of episode 11 and episode 12, going into episode 12, the 4-ring of Bofrin was finally introduced to us, and I think that was pretty dope, right? The 4 heavenly, what is it called? The 4 heavenly kings were introduced, starting from Toma Hiragi, Tasukuku, Tosbakuno, Takumi, Momosa, and Saku Mizuki. These 4 rings are the 4 generals. The 4 generals of Bofrin. Of course, you have Hajime Umemiya as the leader of this group, Bofrin, but the 4 generals were finally introduced. I think that's a pretty good concept, because on season 2, we will get to know how tough these guys really are, and their characteristics, and what makes them and what breaks them, because we will get to see them probably take on a new group, a new threat, and we'll see how these 4 generals delegate their subordinates. So I think that's pretty cool. So going into episode 12 to episode 13, and going into the mid section of episode 13 and the last section of episode 13, we got to see that there is a new threat that's going to happen probably on the next upcoming season 2. The new group, it's called Keel, and one of the Bofrin member, his best friend, ended up getting involved with this new group called Keel. They look menacing. They look like they do things different from Bofrin. They look like they are kind of a little bit like Shishtorin, but probably in the devastating, twisted way. Of course, on the new upcoming season, we will get to see this group called Keel be developed. So one of Bofrin guy, his best friend, ended up getting involved with this group, and he's trying to save him, and along the line he couldn't, and now they're after him, and now Sakura and the rest of the group has to get involved now, which I think it's a pretty good thing, because now whatever happens to one of their member, even if that member, that it was his best friend that got into it, but now that his friend is in the group, definitely Bofrin is going to step in and get involved. And now on the next episode is going to be Bofrin versus Keel, and I like the concept of it, because I was wondering what's going to happen with Shishtorin. Will the leader end up reuniting and making amends with his subordinate, which I think that will happen anyways. So I'm not sure if we're going to see Shishtorin once again, but I'm hoping that at one point they will form kind of a unity, some kind of a friendship with Bofrin, and aid them in the fight in some way, shape, or form. And that ends Windbreaker season 1. I'm looking forward to see season 2. I think season 2 should be coming out sometime next month, if I'm not mistaken. Around March or April, season 2 will be coming out. So stay tuned for that. And then we go into Rurouni Kenshin, season 2, episode 18, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, episode 18. Now, episode 18 starts off with Sagara, Saito Hajime, and Kenshin decides to go to Osaka, and Saito Hajime gives the authority to Orata, Captain Orata, to take charge of the police station while he goes to Osaka to defuse the ploy Shishio has launched. And on their way, there was a comedic side to it as well, where Hajime was trying to stab Sagara, and he kept missing. Right? I think that was a cool concept. It was funny, it was comedic, and I liked it. But towards the ending of episode 18, something interesting happened. And when this is happening, Kenshin knows Shishio very well because they have worked together. If anybody knows Shishio better, it's Kenshin, because those two have worked together. Shishio used to be below Kenshin, and both of them has served. So they have spent time together for them to know each other. Kenshin knows what Shishio is about to do and is doing. And as he said it, as it was happening, because Shishio camouflaged himself to take a normal small boat to get himself to where he needs to be. Now he has created this gigantic weapon. Of course, on their way, his girlfriend Yomi was a bit unimpressed. Why is someone like you taking a messed up boat like this, a shitty boat, when you could have taken me or taken us to a better, or to a better boat? And Shishio looks at him and said, do you fall in love with me, just for my look, or do you fall in love with me not just for my looks, but for my intellect? And in that moment, Shishio shows Yomi, which we, the audience, didn't get to see, I guess on episode 19, where we'll get to see, where we'll see what Shishio has planned. Of course, he gave this weapon a name. He called it Rain Goku. And in that moment when he said that word, I remembered Goku, of course, and in my head I remember Rain Goku from Demon Slayer. Shout out to Demon Slayer. So he calls his ultimate weapon Rain Goku, and he's going to deploy it. Now, I don't know what this weapon is about. Is he going, because when he calls it Rain Goku, me knowing that there is a character named Rain Goku from Demon Slayer, and his technique is fire breathing, if I'm not mistaken, or flame breathing, which means whatever Shishio is planning, and knowing that Shishio controls flame, he's going to create a weapon that emulates his persona, his ability, his character. So he's going to burn, he's going to disintegrate not just Kyoto, no, he's going to disintegrate the whole Japan. And Osaka, it seems like that's where he's going to start his devastation. And Kenshin, Sagara, and Hajime Saito are making their way to stop whatever ploy Shishio is planning. Of course, there were these two women that was tailing Shishio's men, and they got caught tailing them. On the next episode, we will see what's going to happen, what's going to become of those women, if they're going to survive. And again, we see Miss Miyosa and the rest of the ladies, they have huddled up, pumped themselves up to try to do something to aid this war. I'm not sure if we're going to see Heiko, Kenshin's teacher, is he going to make an appearance to help out, because like I've been saying, I do not think that Sagara, Saito, Hajime, and Kenshin will be enough to stop this whole thing. I'm not sure. Even if Kenshin manages to stop Shishio, so long as Shishio has delegated his generals and give them an order on what to do, stopping Shishio won't be enough, because Shishio probably will not be in the same premises, in the same proximity as his men. He's going to be doing his own thing, and his men are going to be doing their own thing, having fun, destroying, causing chaos. So I'm hoping that there's going to be enough manpower to stop these guys. The police force are not strong enough to take these guys on. I don't think so. I just don't think so. I don't think the police force is enough to stop these guys. So that ends it for Rurouni Kenshin, episode 18. Now we move into Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling, episode 7. Now, one of the things I liked, I'm going to talk about that at the end of my review of this episode. But the episode starts off with this guy named Lee Ming-sung. Apparently, he just passed his, he just got reassessed and passed as a A-rank personnel. And we see White Tiger and Cho Hin trying to recruit him. They're giving him an interview, and our boy Sung Ji-woo walks up and takes over the whole thing. And the chairman brings Sung Ji-woo to the laboratory to get a reassessment. And upon this period, Sung Ji-woo was now forced to show what he can be able to do. Because now it's a reassessment for us to know how strong you are, how capable you are. You want to be an S-rank personnel. We need to know what you can do. We need to know what you're all about. We need to know how capable are you. So our boy pulls out one of the knights and the reassessment moderator says, oh, he's a summoner. And in that moment, the chairman said, Sung Ji-woo, I received a detailed information about you, a detailed and classified information about what you can do. Why or are you gonna hold out on me? Is that what you're trying to do? Are you gonna hold out on me like this? And Sung Ji-woo, when the chairman says this, Sung Ji-woo is like, all right, the cat is out of the bag. I can't hold out any longer, because all this time, Sung Ji-woo has been trying to keep his identity covered. He's been trying to keep himself away from the public eye, away from the authority. He wants to do his own thing. But in a world that is organized, that is run by higher tier personnels, it's only a matter of time before they come knocking, right? It's almost like you gain the power of Superman or the power of Goku, if you say that, and you're using your ability to either earn money or to aid your family or to do something special with it. It's only a matter of time before the authority comes knocking, because they want to know what you're all about. They want to know how you can help the world or how they can use you to help themselves. Either way, right? So at this point, Sung Ji-woo said, you know what? To hell with it. I might as well show them. And this man unlocks and summons all his armies. While this summoning is happening, Cho Hin-jin, is it Cho Hin, right? And White Tiger, they were surprised, they were shocked. Sung Ji-woo literally took their spirit out by showing what he's capable of. Because if you guys remember, Cho Hin asked one of his subordinates on the previous episode, episode 6, do you think I am strong as Sung Ji-woo? Do you think that he's on my level? Like, he asked the question to his secretary, to that kind of and his secretary, I forgot what his secretary told him. And I said to myself, man, what a narcissistic, he's now, he hears what Sung Ji-woo is doing, and now he's a little bit jealous or threatened. How is this? Where does this guy come from? This guy all of a sudden is grabbing public attention. So in that moment, the look on their faces, even the chairman himself was shocked on what he saw. And at this point, the chairman deemed him worthy to be an S rank personnel. And in that moment, Sung Ji-woo earns his hunter's ID. So now he's been solidified. He's been recognized as an S ranker. So with that ID, he can carry everywhere he goes. He will earn public respect. He will earn his fellow hunters' respect. This is really not what Sung Ji-woo wanted. He wants to do his own thing solo, which is the reason why the show is called Solo Leveling It, by the way. Right? He wants to do his own thing. But at this point, he got his hunter's ID, which I'm glad for him. And the anime moves forward to where Sung had to speak to his father, I believe, and he made up his mind that he's going to join Sung Ji-woo, because Sung Ji-woo was supposed to join his father's company, but Sung Ji-woo said that is something he has to do, because remember, Sung Ji-woo is still trying to do his solo thing because he wants to obtain that elixir of life to save his sick mother. So he doesn't want to tie himself to an association to the point where they're controlling his move about instead of him controlling what he does. So he doesn't want to be tied right now. He wants to do his own solo thing, which is the reason why, once again, the show, it's called Solo Leveling. And again, I will prove again why the reason why the show it's called Solo Leveling in a moment. And so Sung's father said, you know what, there's nothing I can do at this point, so you can go ahead, or something like that. And he goes to Sung Ji-woo's house, and Sung Ji-woo kind of convinces him to lie to his sister that they're going to a hunting raid or something like that. And one of the interesting things about that scene is that Sung Ji-woo has leveled up so much that he is now so good at what he does. He is now, because he has all these armies, all these soldiers in his arsenal, he knows how to delegate them to do a specific task, right? He is delegating them now. He assigned one of them or two of them to keep his sister safe, because Sung Ji-woo understands, now that I'm in the public eye, now that I've gotten this reputation, being an S-rank personnel is not a walking cake. You gotta have to earn it. And he has earned it, and he knows that he has enemies, because again, while he was exiting the Hunter Association, White Tiger and Cho-hin brought out their hand to shake his hand, and once again he ignored them, right? He didn't really give them the attention that they wanted. Again, dissing Cho-hin once again. I don't think he should keep doing that, but hey, he is Sung Ji-woo, right? So he knows he has, like, in order for people to get to him, to really mess with him, they're going to use his sister, his baby sister. And he doesn't want that to happen. So he delegates one of his soldiers to protect his sister, just in case if anything is to threaten her life. And he goes to his solo mission. He goes back to the gate that he was relenting to go into because he doesn't have enough power or enough resource to get to that gate. And he delegates his armies to go and fight a couple of demons here and there. And along the line, one of his, I think it's the White Eyes Tiger team, got decimated by those demon knights. And at that point, Sung Ji-woo felt that his level is running down pretty much. And he goes to investigate what is going on. And upon his arrival, he sees these three knights decimating his team. And he said, I figured as much. I figured as much that this is what is going on. And he whooped their asses. And there's one of them is so scared that Sung Ji-woo is so strong that Sung Ji-woo took out the other two knights. Now there is one knight left. And the knight is scared. He's backing off now. And Song Ji-woo said, I have always been curious. Does Demon Knight has fear? Something along that line. And you can see the menacing look on Song Ji-woo's face. I believe, if you guys remember, I believe on episode 1, on season 1, when he took out, there was a fight he had on episode 1, on season 1, and one of that guy that he took out said to him, if you stare long enough into the abyss will stare right back at you. If you stare long enough in the abyss will stare right back at you. And that guy is absolutely right. Let me see if I can find that episode. It was episode 9 when Song Ji-woo fought with Kang. If you guys remember that fight, I'm sure you guys do. If you remember towards the end, Kang told him that if you stare long enough into the abyss will stare right back at you. And you can see everything Kang said is slowly coming to fruition because Song Ji-woo continues to go into the abyss a lot. He continues to stare into the abyss, and as he continues to level up, you can see the abyss is literally staring right back at our boy. I think that is historical. And that ends it for episode 7 on solo leveling. Now, we're going to go into the detailed analysis on Dragon Ball Daima episode 18. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode, anyone who wasn't a Dragon Ball fan or who used to be a Dragon Ball fan but left got to have watched this episode. The episode was great. It was intense. It starts off with Goku turning into Super Saiyan 3 and was able to negate Goma's blast. Goma looks at Goku, not phased, but has this look on his face that he's wondering if Super Saiyan Goku will give him a better fight. And Goku channels his power in the Super Saiyan form, goes and fights with Goma. Right away we can notice that Super Saiyan won't cut it. Super Saiyan won't do a damn thing at Goma. And at that moment, everybody comes in to help Goku fight Goma. Everyone is taking a shot at him. And he whooped Majin Buu, and Majin Buu is out. He got knocked out for a few seconds, thanks to Majin Buu for rushing towards him and throwing cookies at him. I've been saying that Majin Buu has depth, and I'm going to explain it further as I go along with this episode. Just like Majin Buu, whether if it is Fat Buu, whether if it is Gohan Buu, whether if it is Super Buu, whether if it is Kid Buu, they like cookies. They like sweets. And you can see, just like Kid Buu or Majin Buu, Majin Buu likes sweets as well. Likes sweets so much that it helps him pump up. So Majin Buu eats the cookie, gets fired up, turns it up, and in that moment looks at Goku, sees what Goku is doing, because in that moment Goku is powering up, and Majin Buu decides to imitate Goku's Super Saiyan 3. I'm going to show that here. Going to quickly Sui! Now we see what I am saying. Sui! Gets knocked out. Majin Buu throws Cookie
What did he
at
throw
him.
at him? Oh!
Oh, sweets. Cookie. He's watching Goku power up. Now, at this moment, like I've been saying this whole time, Majin Buu has depth. If he was the villain, I think most of us would have appreciated it if he was the villain of this show. If he's the second villain, like if he was a villain, after they deal with him, then they can go deal with Goma. Maybe along the line, maybe he doesn't really need to be a villain. He can be an anti-villain. He can be an anti-hero or whatnot. You know, have him really fight with Goku Super Saiyan 3. Give them a good-ass fight. Right? Give this fight, you see, this scene right here is exactly what it should have been if the fight has lasted longer between Majin Buu versus Goku Super Saiyan 3. This power up here would have been the intense situation of what could have happened had this fight between these two on episode 17 had lasted longer. But let's keep watching.
He's learning how to power up.
And now this was funny to me, but again, it's interesting. Why do I say it's interesting? Well, the question now arises. When Majin Buu watches Goku tapped into a different power level and emulates Goku's Super Saiyan 3 hair and everything, the question that I have now is, in that moment when this happened, did Majin Buu also became Super Saiyan 3? Did he also achieve the Super Saiyan 3 power level? Why do I say this? There was a part on Dragon Ball Z, I forgot which episode it was, when Majin Buu can also do a Kamehameha. He was able to copy someone's ability. Am I mistaken on that? Like again, I've been saying it, this dude has depth. It's actually a reflection of Majin Buu, except different color and different, like, you know, he's able to emulate. And on Dragon Ball Z, I do know if I remember correctly, that Majin Buu emulates people's attack. He can copy your attack and do the same thing as well. I'm not sure who he did that with, whether if it was his fight with Vegeta or his fight with Goku. I'm not sure who it was that Majin Buu also threw the same attack that they threw at him. Now, right here, we see the exact same thing happening. Majin Buu emulating Goku Super Saiyan 3, which begs to say, does Majin Buu at this point achieve Super Saiyan 3 or achieve the same power level power to become a Super Saiyan 3? Not necessarily become a Super Saiyan because he's not a Saiyan, but emulate the same power level as a Super Saiyan 3, because this is really interesting. Look at that, and at that moment, these two powers up, and you can see they are trying to tell us here, in this moment, Majin Buu power level was on par with Goku Super Saiyan 3, which presents another question. If Goku runs out of energy, or if there is nobody he can fuse with, can he be able to do the fusion dance with Majin Buu? Because you know how to do a fusion, or especially fusion dance, you have to be the same race, you have to have the same heritage, and your power level has to match with the same person that you're fusing with. But if you're using Potara earrings, it doesn't really matter, right, who you fuse with. But with fusion dance, I believe it pertains with you doing a fusion dance with the same race, right? But in this moment, can Goku be able to do a fusion dance with Majin Buu at this point? Because at this point, I'm not sure if Kiyo Toriyama is trying to let us know that Majin Buu is on par with Goku Super Saiyan 3 right at this moment. Let's keep watching.
What intonation is going on now?
And even Arinsu asked, what kind of magic did they use? What kind of magic did they use? Even Arinsu called it out, and we know Arinsu is the one that created Majin Buu. What kind of magic did they use? Because this is very interesting to Arinsu to witness her creation imitating another person's power source. Another person's power source. What kind of magic did they use?
Now,
And in that moment, we see another set or a shot at Goku Super Saiyan 3 and Majin Buu Super Saiyan 3. Exactly identical. Exactly identical. There is no, I can't remember a Saiyan who is fat, but if that was ever a fat Saiyan and he goes Super Saiyan 3, he would definitely look like this, except with the color. This is totally identical except Majin Buu's skin color, which goes to show this is a copy. Majin Buu copied Goku Super Saiyan 3 and was able to achieve the same level as Super Saiyan 3, which means had this fight, if these two had fought long enough, if they had fought long enough, this would have been what we would have seen. And I think the stronger Goku gets, the stronger Majin Buu will probably get, because he's going to continue to emulate and imitate what Goku is doing. Whether if it is Goku or Vegeta, whoever it is, he's going to continue to emulate. So this character, Majin Buu, has a lot of depth. And I've been saying it ever since I've been watching, paying close attention to his character. He has depth. And in that moment, they launch an attack.
Hussein? Do Saiyan 3 or what?
Now, at this point, I said, you know what? This duo is pretty good. The very first time Majin Do working with Goku, and their teamwork it was a little effective on Goma a little bit because Majin Do channeled his ability to hold Goma still while Goku delivers a punch, and he continues and launches his own attack on Goma. So, you know what I'm saying? So it was a pretty good duo. You know, it was a duo, and I like the fact that they did that. I'm sure each and every one of you guys was like, "What in the blue moon is going on? What am I watching here? What what is going on?" So the fight continues, and right away we can see that even Goku Super Saiyan 3 is not gonna work out. The duo between Goku and Majin Do will not work out, and we see Vegeta. But Vegeta is just, I don't know what they're doing to Vegeta, which I will get to in a moment. Vegeta is watching this and was like, what in the blue moon is going on? Because, you know, Vegeta still has his pride as a Saiyan. Anyone who tries to make fun of, like, his pride being a Saiyan is just, you know, he knows his culture. He knows his race. He understands his race. He knows what, like, you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't think Vegeta would take it kindly seeing Majin Do copying Goku Super Saiyan 3. I think to Vegeta that may be an insult, especially the previous Vegeta, the Dragon Ball Z Vegeta would definitely have a problem with Majin Do. But the new Vegeta, I'm not sure because his character has changed a bit. He has matured a bit. He has learned a bit. His character has developed a bit, so much so that even at this point, it's kind of 50-50 to the audience who is the fans' favorite. I know it's always Goku, but with the new developments of Vegeta's characters recently, it's almost becoming on par with Goku's fan favorite situation. So moving on, the duo didn't work. At this point, Goma takes out or knocks Majin Do away and focuses his attack on Goku. This man literally bounced Goku around, kicked Goku like he was a football. And I mean, not American football, but the international football. He bounced it around, stamped on him, threw him around, bounced him, kicked him, beat the crap out of Goku. At this point, Goku is out of energy. He's still in his Super Saiyan form, but he's out of energy. And he can't really do much. And Goma goes forward to charge a devastating attack, an energy attack. And Goku is looking at this. Goku said, I can't do anything anymore. I'm out of energy. And in that moment, ladies and gentlemen, in that moment, he walks up to Goku. Before, let me... Because I'm not going to do this without mentioning or knowing his name. Sorry. 1 second, guys. The name of the Namekian. The old geezer Namekian. So his name is Neva. Neva. The old guy walks up to Goku, points his palm at Goku. I believe what he did to Goku was the same exact thing Guru did to Kid Gohan on planet Namekian. On planet Namek. It is the same exact method, but this time it was a climatic way of showing it. What Neva did to Goku was the same exact thing Guru did to Gohan on planet Namek. If you guys remember, when Guru placed his palm on Gohan's head, he awoken Gohan's potential. And we see the same thing gets done at Gohan once again when Supreme Old Kai awakened Gohan potential to another extent during the Buu saga. But the first time that was done was with Guru awakening Gohan's potential. So at this point, we see the same exact thing done at Goku. And due to the fact that Goku has been training for a very long time, I'm going to show this. Due to the fact that Goku has been training for a very long time, Goku has leveled up so much throughout his life. At this point,
This doesn't look good.
Nava,
He's focusing it on Goku. What is this?
I believe that Nava's way of doing it might be more stronger than Guru's, because as you can see, Nava doesn't need to touch you. And ever since Nava has been introduced, we can see that Nava may not be that strong, but he has ways. The thing that makes him strong is not the same thing that you see willy-nilly, right? Just like Supreme Old Kai, right? They are not, physically they might not be that strong, but what they can be able to do with their ability, if you guys remember, when Supreme Old Kai was about to awaken Gohan's potential, Gohan said, "What are you doing? Like, what?" And Supreme Old Kai told him, "I can make a cat turn into a tiger." And he made the sound, a cat meow, to a tiger. Like, you know what I mean? So that's the same thing Nava can be able to do, and Guru as well. They might not be physically strong, but their magic energy, their magic persona, their merged persona is very, very serious. You can't take it for granted. And I remember King Kai saying the same thing to Goku too. They have a weird ability. So we see the same thing here happening. Goku is laying on the ground. Nava walks up to him. And I think what Nava can do surpasses what Guru can do, because Nava once again did not have to touch Goku or place his hand on his head. He can do it right there where Goku is laying. He goes and okay, I'm not sure if he gave Goku some of his energy, but I believe he awakened Goku's potential by doing what he did.
Awakening Goku's potential?
Man, this transformation is awesome. Now, I cannot put this transformation in par with the first Super Saiyan transformation, right? The first Super Saiyan transformation that we were introduced to on planet Namek still holds ground better than any other transformation, I would say, for now, right? If I put this transformation on par with Gohan's transformation beat this, but there is something special about this transformation, and I'm going to continue to make it clear as we go around. So at this point, we see the red hair appear, and then we see the tail. Man, that tail, when that tail popped out, I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And in this point, we see the red eye. And for quite some time now, ever since Dragon Ball GT, Akira Toriyama has been trying to focus the origin of the Saiyans to adapt their nature. If we remember clearly, this red AI, it was said to be the origin of the Saints. And this was what made me believe that Neva did not give Goku some of his energy. He awakened Goku's potential. Why? Because in this transformation, we get to see that he unlocked Goku's real potential. This is not Goku training with Whis, trying to get through, getting God Key and everything. No, this is none of that. This has nothing to do with. This is Goku's identity, your blood, your bloodline, your potential, right? What you are born with, what you are capable of, the real you. This has nothing to do with, oh, I went to a job interview, I got a job. This is what you are meant to do. Like your origin. What makes you special as an individual? What makes you special as a soul? This is what it's all about. And the origin of Saints is their transformation. When they are transforming, their eyes go red. We see the same. I'm going to make another, 1 second. We see the same thing. If you guys remember when Gohan was transforming into the beast mode, we see the same concept, right? We see the same concept. Give me a second. Let me show you guys, because I want to make this crystal clear for for you guys to understand what I'm trying to say here. We see Gohan's transformation.
Piccolo is really getting his behind handed. Ooh. Gohan is gonna snap again. He's gonna. Ooh. Gohan is gonna snap. He's gonna snap again.
Now, in that moment, we see the same thing. Now, why am I showing this? Because this is another reason that proves to me that Nava did not share his energy with Goku in any way, shape, or form. This is Nava sharing unlocking Goku's potential. If you guys remember, the reason why Gohan's ascension, it has always been different from Goku and Vegeta. It started way back. It started way back from planet Namek. Why Gohan has always been different. His progress has always been different. It started way back since planet Namek. We've always known that Gohan, when he gets mad, he really gets strong. That happens to every Saint, really. If we really pay attention to Saints, when they get mad, when they get triggered, when they snap, when they reach that point, when they get pushed to the wall, and now they're going to have to go through who is pushing them to the wall. Remember when Goku was getting his behind beat up by his brother, Raditz, and Gohan can hear the pain, the cry of his father. He busts out of the ship, gives a devastating headbutt to Raditz, and Raditz was shocked. That took him off his feet. He was, what in the blue moon is going on? But aside from that, every Saint has always been able to do that when they get to that pinnacle point where they've reached their limit. Now it's time for them to break through their limit. They've always done that, but with Gohan, it's a little bit different. And you can see when his potential was unlocked on planet Namek, it started from that moment. His assessment, his development starts to be different. And I'm glad that, every event that's been taking place, I'm glad that everybody, like Toriyama, is paid close attention to the progress of every Saiyan, how they function, what makes them who they are, what they experience to get to where they are. Gohan's potential has always been a key factor to his progress. When Guru unlocked it, and we see the same thing done, his potential was unlocked once again by Old Supreme Kai. So Gohan has always been tapping into what makes Saiyans. He's been tapping into the potential of Saiyans, their real origin. The origin of Saiyans. This has nothing to do with going to Whis and training with Whis, getting God Key, getting this, getting, all these things. No, it hasn't. This is pure Saiyan. The origin of Saiyan race. That's what it's about. Gohan's progress has always been tapping into what Saiyans are really all about. What makes Saiyans Saiyans. The real origin of Saiyans. Right? That's always what it's been. And they get this red eye. I'm going to show you guys once again to prove my point, but let's finish this information.
Oh my goodness. What is this?
Now, right there, the red eye once again comes to play. The red eyes once again comes to play. I'm so glad that Akira Toriyama has paid attention, and I hope, bless his soul, he's no longer with us, but I hope that whoever is going to take over Dragon Ball Super or the next show that will be coming up in the future will continue to adapt to this sense of analogy, to this sense of awareness that Saiyans do have origin, and their transformation should be based on their origin, right? On their origin. What makes them special as Saiyans? Yes, we know that Saiyans are special. As they fight, when they rest, they gain Zenkai boost. We've seen there are Saiyans that gain Zenkai boost as they fight, such as Broly. Broly is that personnel. Broly is that warrior that gains Zenkai boosts as he fights. With other Saiyans, they gain it, but it's always after they've fought. They will feel their energy growing, but they gain it after they have fought, they've rested. That's how, every fight makes them stronger. Some are a little special, just like Broly is special. So, this right here, the red eye, signifies once again the origin of Saiyans. I'm going to show you guys another one.
What is he doing?
Right there. His eyes. You see his eyes? Broly's eyes? Oh my god! Frieza is such a bastard.
Now he's gonna turn into the legendary Super Saiyan.
Right there. His eyes turns red. And since Dragon Ball, even the OG Dragon Ball, when Goku goes goes into the Ozoro form, the ape form, and on Dragon Ball Z, when Gohan goes into the ape form, when Vegeta goes into the ape form, if you pay close attention to the ape's eyes, it's always red. It's always been red. Dragon Ball GT as well, if I'm not mistaken, it's always red when they go into the Ozoro form. Again, tapping into their origin. Tapping into their origin. What makes them insane? You see? Tapping into their origin as saints. So coming back to this right now, he focused once again on Saint's origin.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on now? What transformation? Goku is holding the attack still.
Oh, I love this right here. That scene right here. Once just like Broly, right? When he was powered, it's the same tapping into the same Ozoro DNA of Saints, what they're all about, their origin. I liked it. I liked it because if you're a Dragon Ball fanatic and a Dragon Ball hardcore fan, you know you can understand where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to say here. Taps into the same origin. Now, Super Saiyan, if we go back again to Dragon Ball GT, how did Goku become Super Saiyan 3 again? I mean Super Saiyan 4? If you guys go back, just let's go back a bit. Let's go back to Dragon Ball GT. How did Goku become Super Saiyan 4? First, his tail has to be pulled out. The Supreme Lord Kai had to do something to him and his tail started coming out and they had to pull out his tail. And by pulling out his tail, Goku goes fighting, gets the wind beat out of him by Baby. Goku starts to look at the moon. Again, the Saiyans we know as troopers as they are better in numbers, although most of them choose to fight alone, like Vegeta, Goku, they like fighting alone, but how they function is they go in troops. That's how Frieza normally sends them to go conquer planets for him. They're going troops. If they can't win the fight, they turn into Ozoro. And if that planet doesn't have a moon, or their moon is out, or their moon is away, they create one, which we saw Vegeta when Piccolo covered the moon or took out the moon. Vegeta sensed that there is no moon here. He created one. And if Vegeta did it, you know the other Saiyans knows about it and they can do it. And most of the other Saiyans, except Goku, when they turn into the Ozoro, they can maintain their conscience. Unlike Goku or Gohan, when they turn into the Ozoro, they can't maintain their conscience. Even Broly maintained his conscience because Broly's Ozoro is a little different. He doesn't transform into a Zoro, but his body morphs up and he takes almost the shape of the Ozoro, maintaining the Ozoro essence inside him, right? So, going back again to this transformation, Super Saiyan 4, so Goku looks at the moon and starts transforming, turns into the Ozoro, turns into Ozoro Golden. And it took Pam for Goku to realize to gain his conscience. When Goku gained his conscience, that was when the final transformation began. Goku turns into Super Saiyan 4, which is Super Saiyan 4 is in direct contact and direct correlation with Saiyan's origin. Right? With Saiyan's origin.
Looks like Super Saiyan 4. Whoa!
Vegeta once again, look, man, they better not leave Vegeta out of this, man, because I'm not gonna like it. So now we see Goku Super Saiyan 4. The kid version of him anyway. And I'm not sure if Kyoto Toriyama has been trying to make this canon, for the longest time and decides that this is his best chance. This is his best opportunity. This is his best moment to make this form canon, to bring it back to life, to its full glory. And the climatic way that it was done was simply damn good. But I'm not done with this transformation because I said something. We are seeing Super Saiyan 4 come to fruition. But what does this mean going forward though? Like, see? Right in there, I said, but this is all good and dandy. This is all good and everything. This is great to see. Super Saiyan 4 is now canon. But what does this mean going forward? The manga, I know, Dragon Ball Super, the manga has been ongoing. I don't pay attention, I don't read it, but I hear stories. I hear when I scroll into Facebook or whatever, I hear stories here and there about the manga or characters that are on the manga, but I don't read it because I don't want to be spoiled. I know Dragon Ball Super, its manga is ongoing, or you manga readers can let me know if it is still ongoing or not, but I'm sure that there are content in there. If they decide to bring Dragon Ball Super back, I think they will have they will make at least 12 episodes or whatever. But I don't think we fans want 12 episodes. We want 30 episodes. You know, for taking this long, we want 30 or even 40, I don't know. But I'm not sure how much content they have on the manga, if it is enough to make it last that long. But they have something in the manga. With this form, where do we go from here? Two things. It's either this form is going to die right here. This form is going to end right here on this Daima arc. We're never going to see it again. No one is ever going to talk about it again. It's going to end right here. This is where he ends. But does it really? Does it though? Because if it's going to become canon, that means if Goku can tap into it, I'm not sure what's going to happen on the next episode. If Vegeta will also follow suit to tap into this form. If they're going to make this form canon, why shouldn't we see it on the next upcoming Dragon Ball Super arc? We should see it again. Now, on Dragon Ball Broly movie, we saw Vegeta, the Battle of Gods, Goku turned into Super Saiyan Red. And ever since then, on Dragon Ball Super, he used it a couple of times to fight. And then we learned that Vegeta too can obtain it. So on the next Dragon Ball arc, we're probably going to see Vegeta use Super Saiyan Red. But now with this is not a movie. This is a show. This is Dragon Ball Daima. Right? This is Daima. This took episodes to develop to this point. They cannot have this form die here. I don't see the point. Because if it is canon, just like Broly is canon, Broly shows up on Broly movie 2018 and we see him again on Dragon Ball Superhero. Right? So, we are definitely going to see this form once again. I don't see the reason why this form should die here in the Demon Realm. I don't see the point of bringing it back to kill it. It is canon, and we must probably see this form in the next upcoming Dragon Ball arc. Now, you guys know why I don't read mangas anymore. I did it for Bleach, a little bit of Berserk, the beginning after the end, even Solo Leveling, the first season. I did a couple of chapters on season 1 of Solo Leveling and Getter Robo arc. a little bit of Jujutsu Kaisen, and that's about it. I don't read manga anymore. I stopped reading manga like 2 years ago or so. So I don't go into mangas anymore because I don't want to be spoiled. So if you have read the manga, during the anime of Dragon Ball Super, if it comes back, we will definitely see Goku showcase this form. Because I'm not sure if you guys that read mangas, if you have ever seen Super Saiyan 4 in it. I don't think so. I just don't think so. Have you guys that are reading manga, at some point when Goku is fighting or Vegeta is fighting with opponent, if he turned into Super Saiyan 4? My guess is probably not, but if Super comes back and Goku starts fighting or Vegeta, we will definitely, if this form is going to be canon, we will definitely see this form make an entrance once again. This form will make an entrance once again. You can, I mean, if it is canon, why kill it? They're not going to kill it. If Toriyama made sure to bring this back, because he didn't have to do this. He could have to beat Goma, he could have maybe have Vegeta and Goku fuse to fight Goma, do their fusion dance. Because if he had taken that route, we have enough people to distract Goma. Goma wouldn't even know what Goku and Vegeta are about to do. They can literally do fusion dance and become Gogeta, Kid Gogeta, and beat Goma, like take him out. But that didn't happen. He proceeded to follow this route to bring Super Saiyan 4 into fruition once again. I know that all the GT fans, including myself, all the hardcore Dragon Ball fans, because there's been this debate, which form is stronger between Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Super Saiyan Blue form Goku. Which one is stronger? And there's been a lot of debate about that. And at this point, I don't really know which one is stronger, to be honest, but that calls for a debate. That calls for me to do a video on it for a discussion. So Goku turns into Super Saiyan 4, looks at himself. Goma at this point. Now look at the reaction. The reaction on Goma here. I'm going to show you guys because I like to make my point crystal clear on what is going on, man. I love doing this. Let's go back to when Goku turned into Super Saiyan. You see the expression on Goma's face then, and his expression now. Oh, goodness. What is Goku gonna do now? Oh, 3 now? Right. Okay. Right here, you see his expression here? He is confident. Ain't nothing Goku, like he is looking at this form, he's like, maybe this will prove a good fighting opponent. Maybe Goku will finally be worthy to face me or something. You know, you see the smirk on his face? And then his face here. It looks like he didn't like the form. He didn't like that Goku is able to transform into Super Saiyan 4. So, moving forward now, Goku transforms into Super Saiyan 4, which that fight, I have done my shorts on it. Only my members can see it. I scheduled it. I'm not sure what day I scheduled it for, maybe today or tomorrow. I'm not sure, but only members can be able to see how I did the video of their fight. So Super Saiyan 4 goes into battle with Goma. Battle starts off. You can see that there is a huge difference now, right? Goku has leveled or even surpassed Goma in strength. Goku started whooping him. Whooped Goma so much that Goku delivered this devastating one punch, and you can see it spit water coming out of Goma. And the eye that Goma has in his forehead, that eye senses that Goma is lacking strength. That eye senses that Goma is getting weaker. That eye senses that Goma is going to lose if this continues. That eye activates and transforms Goma. Goma goes through another transformation. All right? Goma goes through another transformation. Goma became so tall, so big, that it's making Super Saiyan 4 Goku look like Super Saiyan 3 now. Goma evolves. He gets stronger. And now that he has gotten stronger, he takes over the fight once again. And Vegeta is on the side wondering, what can I do to help this situation? Vegeta is wondering, like, I'm being left out, which I think, and the camera continues to make it clear that Vegeta is not doing anything right now, but I hope on the next episode we will. So as the fight went on, Arinsu sees that Goma has evolved once again, and Super Saiyan 4 Goku is gonna have a very hard time beating Goma. And at this point, the stronger Goku gets, the stronger that eye makes Goma gets. Arinsu decides to, oh man, if Goku had used the third eye, like it would have been. But if Goku unlocks those form, I think that eye might make Goku evil. I think there's an evil essence because this is a demon thing. This is a demon realm kind of thing, right? I think if Goku inserts that eye in his forehead, he will definitely be stronger and unlock many forms, but I think it will change the characteristics of Goku just a little bit because that's a demon thing. You know, that eye is kind of evil, and I think that eye has its own objectives too. The eye has its own mind. That eye is alive. It's a life thing, right? It has its own ambitions. It has its own objectives. So I believe it's going to collide with Goku's pure heart personality. It's going to collide with it. There's going to be a turmoil inside Goku should he use that one eye on himself. It's going to make him stronger, definitely. Goku will probably... Goku will unlock so many, like... I'm not sure if Goku will go through unlocking things, but it will continue to evolve Goku to a point that Goku is going to be hideous. Because as you can see, as this eye evolves Goma, Goma continues to be hideous. He continues to grow. He continues to... I mean, how tall is he going to get? How big is it? Goma is really not changing that much. He's just getting bigger and bigger. He's getting bigger and getting stronger, you know? So that's what that eye is doing. Goma is not really transforming or anything. It's not, you know. So if Goku obtains it, it's probably going to do the same thing to Goku. Goku will just continue to get taller and taller, bigger and taller, bigger and taller, bigger and taller, right? Because the eye is not transforming Goma's, you know, doing, you know, it's not really doing much. It's just making him get bigger and stronger. So Arinsu orders Glorio to get the Dragon Balls, that it is time for her to take over this demon realm. She's been on the sideline watching Goma do his thing, and I believe Goma at this point is going to wreck this realm should he be allowed to continue to do what he's doing. So at this point, Glorio was for this mission from the get-go, but hanging around with Goku, hanging around with Super Warriors, has somehow, some way, he is at this point, he's now fond of them. Like he's become fond of hanging around with the Super Warriors. That's the effect Goku has on people, really. And Glorio starts to wonder. He starts to remember all the adventure he's been, all the situations him and the Super Warriors has been through. And there's a turmoil inside him now because he doesn't want to do this because he knows what Arinsu is going to do. If we think Goma is worse now, Arinsu, it's going to be even worse, way worse than Goma or what Goma. And at this point, Gloria has seen what having too much power can do to people because he's watching right now and seeing what Goma is going through, how much destruction is causing. And Glorio, working for Arinsu all this time, knows how mischievous Arinsu really is, how conniving she is, how, I would say, twisted she is. I'm not going to say evil yet, but how twisted she is. And Goma knows should Arinsu get her wish to be the supreme ruler of the demon realm, things may be much, much way worse than he already is. You know? Thank you. Wow, man, so much to unpack. Might as well wear your Vegeta shirt for the next week episode. Yeah, I might do it. I might wear my Vegeta episode on the next episode. So let's check out the moment where Glorio makes this wish. Glorio makes this summon. What is So Arinsu at this point pushing Glorio, do what I ask you to do. Remember, you're loyal to me, right? What is Arinsu up to now?
まさか
そうだよ。ドラゴンボールを使って願いを叶えるのさ。世界一の魔力を持つ。
I will become the new supreme demon king with the most magic power. This is her wish. This is what she wants. This is where she's going with this. Right? She wants to overthrow Goma because she believes that she should be the one to rule the demon realm. I mean, I don't even know why they use Demon King. She could have used Demon Queen. They could have used Demon Queen because, you know, a king is a male and a queen is a woman. So I'm not sure. But anyways, so
新たな大魔王になってゴマを倒す。
and defeat Goma. Now, like I said, she wants to defeat Goma, but Gloria knows her too well. Gloria knows that Arinsu is gonna be a problem that he's gonna have to deal with because Gloria has seen get pummeled by Goma, and he knows what these guys, when they become powerful, they are power hungry. Should any one of them be allowed to continue to be powerful like this, it's gonna make everybody's life a living hell. They need somebody who has a good foresight of the demon realm to lead it and to lead it well. But then again, this is a demon realm. Nothing gets led well or anything. I don't know. But, you can understand what is going on here. At this point, Glorio is in turmoil. He doesn't want to do this because he knows the first thing Arinsu will do after she's done with Goma, she's going to turn to Goku as well. Now, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Bulma, they are now his friends. He's become fond of them. He doesn't want to see them get hurt, right? Goku's influence has rubbed off on Glorio right now. This is what Arinsu wants. He summons
タッカラプトポッポルンガスピリットパロ
Oh, so in the demon realm, you only need 3 of their Dragon Ball. Now, Parunga shows up as majestic as he is, looking badass, ready to make some wish. And, Goma sees this, decides to attack because he doesn't know the password. Neither Arinsu nor Goma know the ancient password of the Namekians in order to summon the Dragon Shinran and ask Dragon Shinran to do or to make a wish. Only Glorio knows it. Glorio and Neva are the only one who knows the passwords. And when Glorio used the password to awaken the Dragon Ball Shinran, Neva is like, yo, you speak Namekian? Because, he was surprised, right? So he makes a wish. But before Goma rushes to Dragon Ball, to Shenron, Parunga, to stop him. He got bodied. Like, Parunga just flicked him away. Like, are you? Don't you have respect anymore? Like, don't you have fear? Even though Parunga knows I have no part on this fight, I'm just here to make a wish. But don't come at me trying to fight me. Who are you? Are you insane? Is something wrong with you? Are you smoking something? Right? Parunga literally flicked him off, plucked him away. And I thought that was really funny. That was really hilarious. And Gloria then makes a wish. We don't know what he wished for. He spoke in the Asian Namekian tongue. We don't know what he wished for. We will find out on the next episode what he wished for. But he made a wish. And the wish is so straightforward that I'm questioning, what exactly did he wish for? Because something tells me he didn't make a wish for Arinsu. He didn't make a wish for Goma. He didn't make a wish. Maybe he made a wish for himself or something. I don't know. What did he wish for? Yes, it makes a lot of sense why it looked like the one from the Namekian. It makes sense because, again, they are now focusing on the origin of the characters. The origin of each character. Like the Namekian has their origin, and as you can see, when Piccolo transformed, I think there is a uniqueness here. Hold on, let's go. Let me take you guys back. I want to go back to Piccolo going orange. Let's check out that transformation and see if we can find some type of a origin here, right? When Piccolo went into Dragon Ball on Dragon Ball Superhero, let's see if there's an origin, because I did not think about Parunga the correlation between his transformation and Piccolo's transformation, his new transformation, Piccolo Orange. Except now, I thought about
I
it.
thought Piccolo's potential has been unlocked. What is going on here? That got to hurt. That got to
少しお
hurt.
まけをしておきました
I would say that the fire around Piccolo, when that light activated, and you see this flame and everything, it kind of holds a little bit of a coloration to Porunga. As you can see, the same flame, the same aura with the demon Dragon Ball Shinran Porunga. You see the coloration? I didn't think about this up until now, right? You see the same color, the same type of aura, the same type of energy holds right here with Piccolo's transformation. And I'm so happy that they are doing this, you know? You can't, I just don't watch stuff just to watch it and get excited. You pay attention to, like when you pay attention to the details, you see the same origin around Piccolo too. When Piccolo transformed into Piccolo Orange, which goes back to his origin of the Namekians, how they function, right? This is so interesting and very, very detailed and critical. And I'm so happy that they are paying a very close attention to the origin of the characters, because it makes them stand out even more. It gives meaning to their character. It gives meaning to their race. It gives meaning to their persona. Never meeting with Piccolo, and they talked about Piccolo's father, I think Katang, and you see Neva and Piccolo had that exchange of conversation, and Neva said that the Namekians are supposed to be peaceful, that they use their powers to create peace in the world or in any realm that they go to, and the look the rest of the characters gave Piccolo. Piccolo is like, why are you guys looking at me like that? Because they know Piccolo. When King Piccolo showed up, he was evil. He was very evil, right? He was a bit evil. Hated Goku so much and wanted to cause chaos, but Goku influence got to him. His character evolved, just like Vegeta is evolving. His character is evolving now. So Dragon Ball episode 18 ended with Glorio making a wish, which we don't know what his wish, what it's gonna be, but I'm sure some of you guys are already guessing what it could be. I know some of you guys already have your thoughts on what he wished for, but his wish, the thing that made his wish so interesting, because it happened in the native tongue. He said it in the Namekian native tongue, and it was so straightforward. I didn't hear a name. There was no name mentioned, right? He didn't mention Goku, give Goku more power. He didn't mention give Piccolo more power. He didn't mention give Vegeta more power. He didn't mention even himself, give himself, because I was looking for a name. I was looking for him to say a name, but there was no name. He just said everything in the native tongue, and that was it. I think they did a perfect job the way they ended Dragon Ball Daima episode 18, because now everybody's wondering, what in the blue moon did he wish for? What is the wish going to be? Like, he didn't say any name. There was no name at all. And now, what is the wish going to be about? Because if he had said a name, we would have been like, oh, okay, so we're going to see this person fight. We're going to see Piccolo fight. We're going to see, no name at all. Just straightforward wish. And I'm glad that they did it like that. Because now everybody's wondering and looking forward to the next episode, episode 19. What's going to happen? And the anticipation right now will probably raise the curiosity in the Dragon Ball world, in the Dragon Ball fan base, right? So it is so nicely done. So nicely done. Now, that completes the review of the 4 animes that I've been watching. Now that I'm done Windbreaker, I think there's an anime called Kaiju number 8. What do you guys think about that anime? Was it any good? Because I'm thinking of taking it on and seeing what it's all about. Anyone watched Kaiju number 8? If you've watched it, what was it about? Is it any good? Kaiju no 8. Okay, you only watch Daima for now. All right. Now comes questions. I will do question and answer. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know now. Throw it at me. If you have any questions on the animes that I talked about or any other anime, now is the time to bring your questions. And if you guys want to keep the stream going, please use a super chat. If you want to keep the stream going, ask your questions using super chat. I'm here to take on questions, and if you want to keep the stream going, ask your questions, use the super chat. Yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball Daima is such a an interesting show. Yeah, that during that transformation, there were colors. There were a couple of colors that were shown during the Super Saiyan transformation, and you know, the overall of that transformation screams Saiyan's origin to me. The overall of Super Saiyan transformation, and again, going back to Dragon Ball GT, that form itself, its origin was all about the Saiyan origin as well. And it was a good thing that they brought it out this time, holding it and keeping it and focusing it once again on Saiyan's origin, the origins of the Saiyans. That's what that form is all about, you know. Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 4, like it screams that is Super Saiyan 4 screams Saiyan's origin. That's all it screams on. Saiyans, or the origin of Saiyans. And it's not just that too. Super Saiyan Beast Form Gohan as well, it tapped into Saiyan's origin when Broly, like I said, like I showed you guys, when Broly was transforming into Super Saiyan, he tapped into his Saiyan origin to push him into that form as well. you know. So I'm glad that they are holding everything right into the character's origin. Now comes question and answer. If you guys want to keep the stream going, please use the super chat to ask your questions. Let me know what y'all think. I can keep it going or I can end it for now, end it here, and we'll see what happens next week. So it's up to you guys. Bring your questions, bring your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think on Dragon Ball Daima, man, episode 18. Because I'm sure I'm not the only one that watched it. Gemily is not the only one that watched it. Most of you guys that are here, that are ninja watchers, that are not participating or something, like let me know what you guys think about it. That is a good question, Gemily. That is a very good question. And just like Gemily, if you become a member, you don't necessarily have to use Super Chat to ask your questions. You can use Super Chat if you wanna like donate or to send me something to help me with the channel, with everything I'm doing. You can do that. But if you become a member, if you're already a member, you don't necessarily. You can use Super Chat if you want to ask a question. You can even use TTS to read out your questions, because I do have that available. If you want to use TTS as well, I think you can. I mean, I have TTS available. Should you use TTS, ask your question. So the issue now in Dragon Ball Super, Goku already surpassed the Daima new form. So how is it going to add up? That's what I think too. When I did the reaction, I did ask, after Goku transformed, where do we go from now? How does this equate to what Goku already has? The Ultra Instincts, the Kaioken mixed with Super Saiyan Blue. How does this equate? Right? And again, this also brings another perspective. Should Goku tap into this form? Should he negate Ultra Instincts and try to focus on getting this form ascended? What will Goku do at this point? What are they gonna do with it? Because this form is a cool ass form. It's a really good looking form, and you can say that we didn't really get to see the potential of this Super Saiyan 4 Kid Goku because of the time they have on their hand, because of this is Kid Goku we are talking about. It's not the adult Goku. So because you can't really put this form up against Super Saiyan 4 GT Goku, the older Goku. Because when Goku goes, most of the Dragon Ball GT Goku, when he goes into Super Saiyan 4, he goes into his adult form. He will be a kid, and when he goes into Super Saiyan 4, he's in his adult version of it. You know what I mean? So we didn't get to see this form, Super Saiyan 4 Kid Goku. We didn't really get to see the form expanded a little bit to see what kind of unique ability that he has. At this point, we can still adapt. We can still go back to GT to look at Super Saiyan 4 Goku, what is he able to do with that form? What kind of unique ability does he have? Because on this episode 18, it was good and all, but I would have loved to see the form expanded a little bit, what characteristics or what type of unique ability he has, But regardless, I'm sure myself, including you guys and the GT Dragon Ball fans, that the whole OG hardcore Dragon Ball fans love seeing Super Saiyan 4 make it back to make it back to television once again. I think so too. I can see the analogy to that. I can see the reasoning to that because, with Goku Ultra Instincts, he, Ultra Instincts, like we said, is he's kind of limited. Although he kind of showed the full Ultra Instincts perfected, like in its glory, when Biru said, "This is the Ultra Instincts in its full glory." When Goku's hair turns full white, his eyes black and white, and like in its full glory, right? But it doesn't mean that Goku has really mastered it properly, but he just ascended to this is what it should look like, but he still haven't mastered it. Just like Goku turns Super Saiyan 3, but still haven't mastered it to the point he can fight longer in that form. You know what I'm trying to say? So if Goku uses his Super Saiyan 4 ability, I think it will be a good concept to see him use that form to do Ultra Instincts. And Goku has always been creative. I mean, he managed to mix Kaioken with Super Saiyan Blue, and which paid off. Although when he's done, his body goes into a tremendous pain after he's done using that. But I think Goku, if push comes to shove, I think he can capitalize on using his Saiyan origin form, Super Saiyan 4, and try to go Ultra Instincts with it. And again, the origin, when I speak about this origin thing, you can see that the origin of Super Saiyan 4 lies into the Saiyan's origin by the fur on their body, right? That fur is coming from the Ozoro form. It's coming from them being, having the ability to transform into Ozoro, and the tail as well, having the monkey tails. It goes directly into their DNA, their Saiyan origin, the fur, the tail, and all these things. Now, another question that I can bring up to the table is, the tail, Goku's tail came out on Dragon Ball Super. Is Goku going to have his tail now? If Dragon Ball Super comes back, will Goku have a tail? Because with this transformation, Goku now has a tail. Because if Goku goes back in his regular form, if his tail goes away, I don't see the point to it. It wouldn't make sense if Goku goes in his regular form and doesn't have a tail. You know what I mean? Again, it goes back to why I asked that question. Where do we go from now? How will this affect what they are trying to do on Dragon Ball Super? How will this emulate what they're doing? Because if this tail comes out, once again, if we remember, after Goku's tail was pulled out, he always had a tail, whether he's in Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, or his regular form, he always had a tail. Because his tail was drawn out. So if Goku goes back in his regular form on Dragon Ball Daima and he doesn't have a tail, I don't really understand the point to it at this point. It will not make sense because Goku will now have a tail from here on out. When he goes to Ultra Instincts or whatever form he goes to, he must have a tail. They will now have to include tails, his tails. You know what I'm trying to say? So if Vegeta happens to be Super Saiyan 4 on the next episode, I don't know, because Vegeta, they cannot leave Vegeta out like this, because the camera keeps going to Vegeta and we see Vegeta is not doing anything at this point, which goes to show he must have his moment, right? And if Vegeta ends up turning into something else with a tail, that means when Super comes back, they're gonna have these guys with tail. And which brings me to another question too. In GT, Goku master SSJ3 because of his tail, and he doesn't get tired. Okay. You see, Germany, just like me and just like you pay attention too. Yes, you are correct, because on Dragon Ball GT, Goku can fight in his Super Saiyan longer because of his tail. That means Goku's tail is again, you see what I'm saying? It goes back to their origin. When Goku came to planet Earth, as a baby, as a Saiyan, they always had their tail. And people there's been this debate. Do Goku need his tail to get stronger? No, he doesn't. But that tail holds a significant balance of the Saiyan's powers. The tail, you see, oh my goodness. You see, this is why I do this. This is why I like to do this live. This is why I like doing this. Saiyans' tails holds a significant balance to their powers. It's a key factor to their powers. If Goku was able to maintain his Super Saiyan 3 longer in GT when he fights, and he's a kid, because as a kid, you can say his body is not strong enough being a kid. But as a kid on Dragon Ball GT, Goku held Super Saiyan 3 longer because what? The answer is he has his tail with him. That tail holds a significant attributes to Saiyans. And I think moving forward with this new development on Dragon Ball Daima, I think that it is time for Saiyans to get their tail back. They need their tail. This is not because on Dragon Ball Super, when we got to see the other Saiyans from Universe 6, their thing was they have evolved where they don't have a tail. They have this tingly feeling on their back, which allows them to ascend to the next level. I don't really like that concept, really, this tingly feeling. I don't really like that concept because every warrior so far on Dragon Ball, every warrior, and I mean including humans, Krillin, Yamcha, every one of them has a tingle feeling, right? You can't tingle feeling on someone's back has to be of Saiyans having a tingle feeling. Master Roshi has a tingle feeling. He's able to power up to create a Kamehameha wave because of tingle feeling. So the concept of you have to feel this tingle feeling on your back to ascend to the next level. I don't get that concept on Dragon Ball Super from the Universe 6 Saiyans. It's time for them to get their tails back. They should bring back Saiyans' tails because that's their origin. That is their origin. You know, and if Saiyans continues to hone back on their origin, I think they will be stronger than what they are going forward with. I think they will be stronger. They will be able to maintain their form longer. They will be able to ascend to new form longer. I mean, quicker. They will be able to get way stronger than they are. That tingle feeling thing with Universe 6, that's just nonsense, man. I don't really agree with that concept. I don't like that concept. Now, I mean, on their defense, they have evolved, but evolved to what? To have a tingle feeling at them. Every character on Dragon Ball Super, Frieza has a tingle feeling. Everybody gets tingle feelings when they are getting stronger. You can feel it. Even me as a human being, when I go to the gym and I work out and I feel, when I come home, I feel like I know I'm getting stronger. Because when I go back, I evolve. I push harder. I increase the weight that I put in. If I'm doing martial arts, I get a tingle feelings too. When I'm doing when I'm punching and kicking, and I'm trying to do new moves, to practice those new moves, I may go through pain, but afterwards, in a while, my body will get used to doing that type of move, and I will get stronger. I will get a tingle feeling because I know I can do more. So everybody gets tingle feelings. Krillin, you see, that's why I bring up Krillin, Yamcha. They all get tingle feeling. Beerus gets tingle feeling. This tingle feeling at the back, to ascend or to get stronger. It's such a cheap way a cheap way for Universe 6 Saiyans to ascend to the new level. They should have kept their tails. They should have kept their tails. They definitely should have kept their tail. I mean, why did you have to make Universe 6 Saiyans have a tingle feeling? But with Frieza, with Frost holds the same transformation, the same DNA as Frieza. If they are the same, why changing the Saiyans different from the Saiyans from Universe 7? But when it came to Frieza, you made Frost the same, you gave him the same attributes as Frieza without changing anything. If we're gonna do this whole change of things, why didn't you make Frost transformation tingle feelings too, or tingle or something different from Frieza, or the way Frieza transforms from his first form, his second form, his third form, and his fourth form? Right? Why didn't they do that? Why change the Saiyans transformation method? But when you came to Frost and Frieza, they had the same method of transformation. I don't think that makes sense. I don't think they did Saiyans worthy. I don't think they did Universe 6 Saiyans worthy enough to be Super Saiyans or to be Saiyans at all. Which is the reason why when Vegeta saw Kaba, he's like, I don't understand. They need to get their tails back. And I hope if Vegeta ends up going to Kaba's universe or Kaba's planet to see the king, I hope he will have his tail. They should bring the Saiyans' tails back. I don't know. I don't see the reason why you won't give them a tail. It doesn't make sense. I know that is also another question. Why did Beerus told Frieza to get rid of the Saiyans? Why? And then years after, he gets a premonition, a revelation of a warrior to fight. And the warrior ends up being the people that he set course to destroy or to get wiped out. Does that really make sense? I mean, I can see the irony of it all. The same race you gave order to destroy ends up being the same race you are to fight to get a good taste of battle. Because when Beerus woke up from his slumber, or during his slumber, he gets a dream, a premonition. While he was destroying a planet, he gets another premonition. He saw the shadow of the warrior that he's going to face to give him a good taste of battle. Right? So it's quite ironic. The same people you told Frieza to destroy ends up the same people being the same people that you befriend now. You're going to them frequently to eat good food. You're going to the same people to have a good tasty food and dessert and all these things and having a good time. Isn't that ironic? They ended up being the same people that you now like to hang around with, or you are now depending on them to give a good fighting chance to Universe 7. Because if it wasn't for the Saiyans, I don't think Beerus would have won his fight in the Tournament of Power. So isn't that ironic? It's so ironic. It's so interesting, you know? But why, though, did Beerus ordered for Saiyans to be destroyed? We know Frieza did it out of pleasure. Frieza also did it out of the fact that he's scared, because there was a talk going about that there is something called a legendary Super Saiyan, and when a Saiyan becomes legendary Super Saiyan, he's so powerful that he will vanquish evil, right? And Frieza knows he's evil. Frieza knows cold-heartedly he's evil. And there's a saying that in my language that says, Obumma, anaha like a kamagayanazo. In my native language, it means that someone who causes evil, someone who cuts heads, doesn't like machete to be behind his neck. Because he knows, so as you do, so as it will be done to you at some point. Frieza knows that he's evil. And he has enslaved the Saiyans, really. He has subjugated them to his wills. He's controlling them anyhow he sees fit. And he knows these Saiyans don't like it. He knows Saiyans don't like him either. He knows one day these Saiyans are gonna rebel. And he knows, he can sense every time these Saiyans go on a mission. No matter how impossible that mission may seem to their power level, they end up evolving. They end up getting stronger. They end up multiplying too, because they do mate and produce more Saiyans, and there are more of them. You know, Frieza, he's even though Beerus was one that initiated the idea and told Frieza this, but Frieza also did it out of his own act of terror, because he knows if these Saiyans keeps getting stronger, if they keep organizing themselves the way they are fighting, the way they keep evolving, they're gonna be a problem to deal with soon. So what do? I already got the approval from Beerus to do this. I can choose to not do it if I want to, but I'm gonna do it because I like my position. I like my position. I don't want to be challenged in any way, shape, or form. And I don't like these Saiyans anyway. They are like parasites. They are like monkeys, like you always call Saiyans monkeys. They keep multiplying. There is now too much of them. I gotta destroy them, and I'm gonna go to the source of their livelihood. And what did Frieza do? He ushers all the Saiyans, most of them that are around the premises of the universe, he ushered them to come back, to return home, that he has a meeting with them. Right? He sends a word out for all the Saiyans that are around to come home, to gather them all together in one spot. I know that there are other Saiyans out there because, again, there was a scene where King Vegeta was telling Vegeta that we send our own to other galaxies, to other planets to conquer. And when those ships, you can see that those ships there's a ton of those ships flying out. A lot of them. I know that Frieza got most of the Saiyans, but I don't think he got all of them, because we know that Vegeta has a brother and his brother is alive, although we don't see much of him. But there got to be more Saiyans out there than they're leading on, because from that view, when King Vegeta was having a conversation with his son, there is a number of ships that were flying out. And this is when Vegeta was still a kid. There was a lot of ships going everywhere. So I don't think Frieza got everybody. He got most of them though, which is the reason why Saiyans are instinct, right? But I don't think he got all of them. He got a good gigantic amount of them, because he ushered everybody to come home, to return to base. And he gathered them all in the same place in their home planet before he blew it up. But I don't think all of them came. I'm not sure, because depending on how far some of these Saiyans are, some of them may be too far to make it. Because, when you call, I don't know, this is just my perspective, this is just my theory at this point. Some of them may lose contact to the base and have stayed where they are, and they were not alerted that Frieza want all of them to return home. Some of them might have had a family and produced children. So if they're gonna get called in, the man of the house will probably go, leaving his kids. So I don't think Frieza got all of them. He got a good number, a good majority of them, but I don't think he got all the Saiyans killed. But we've been led on that, yeah, are Saiyans extinct? Yes, they are. But I don't think Frieza got all of them. Because sometimes you see what I'm trying to do right now? If you guys have been paying attention for the last 5 minutes, but that I've been going into this, I'm setting up a prestige, an ideology here, and they can run with this ideology, because just like Broly, when he landed on the planet he landed to, he can no longer use his ship. So not every part that gets sent out had a safe landing. Not all of them. And King Vegeta did say they sent even their small babies, just like Goku, their kids, to go conquer planets for Frieza. So just like Goku, his parts did not make safe land. That part didn't really make a safe landing. Just like Broly, when he left, his spaceship didn't make safe landing either. So I don't think Frieza killed all the Saiyans, as we've been led to believe. Some of them still exist, and by now they must have families. I think. Saying something here. I'm really saying something. If they choose to capitalize on this, they can. But I would say if they do capitalize on it, it's probably gonna give Frieza a heart attack, because he believed cold-heartedly. I know, man. The Daima has given us stuff to talk about. If they choose to capitalize on this, they can easily capitalize on this, that Frieza got mostly all the warrior Saiyans that were around, but he didn't catch all of them. There's no way he can catch all of them. Knowing the amount of ships that were being sent out when King Vegeta was talking to his son Vegeta, that's a lot of ships flying out. And most of them didn't make safe landing, that the ship will be intact. We see it all the time in movies. I know it's a movie, but theoretically, the idea kind of makes sense. When ship lands and didn't make safe landing, the ship breaks down. the person doesn't know what to do, right? The person doesn't know what to do, and they're now stuck on that planet. So there got to be more Saiyans out there than what we've been led to believe. And if they do capitalize on it, it's going to, give this show another meaning. Now, I know I've been talking about the fact, I think on my previous stream, I've talked many times about when Android 17, I believe, made the wish after the Tournament of Power, and Zeno restored all the other galaxies, all the other universe, even the ones that he destroyed previously. He restored all of them back. They can tap into that too. So the show has a lot to unpack. There's a lot to unpack here, right? If they give it the same resource they give One Piece, I believe Dragon Ball has a lot to go into. It can continue going as much as One Piece because there are so many areas, there are so many parts, there are so many points, right, to unpack, to get into. Because I don't think Frieza killed all the Saiyans. He killed most of them. He killed a huge ass number of them. And again, if just thinking, using my head, logically, right? Logically, as I'm talking, if a warrior has a family and knows that Frieza is calling everybody to return home, and if that warrior knows Frieza well enough, why would he return with his family on planet Vegeta? Most warriors will keep their families safe. I know planet Vegeta is their home planet, but for the other warriors that were sent that didn't make it back, or their ship is broken down or whatever, or decides to be like, you know what, to hell with this mission, I'm gonna go do my own thing. Or the babies that started doing their own thing, lost contact of the home planet and decides to build their own race. Frieza didn't get all of them. I don't think so. Yes, I know. Dragon Ball Heroes, I know it's not canon. Yes, I know what you mean, man. He's been in prison for a very long time. And I know they try to kind of make him have the same attributes as Broly. Of course, Broly probably will not be the only one who has the ability to do what he does. Look at Kale. Kale has the attribute of a legendary Super Saiyan. So there are Saiyans like Broly's out there. And someone like Kumba, who's been in prison all this time, there is a lot to explore. And that's why all these little Dragon Ball shows, like Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Heroes, it really gives us it kind of expands the perspective of Saiyans, and to let us know that Goku and Vegeta are not, or Broly, are not the only pure-blooded Saiyans out there. There are more Saiyans out there. Either some of them were locked up, maybe some of them got in trouble, or some of them got into a situation where they now have to fight for the Lord that they serve, and they've been getting stronger and stronger as they fight for the person that they serve, or they've been subjugated or something, they've been locked up to fight or whatever. There is so many ways to go about it. There is so many ways to talk about it. And I believe that should they choose to expand on my ideology or what I'm saying, I think Dragon Ball would definitely go as far as One Piece. It should definitely go as far as One Piece has gone. He has all the making, he has all the attributes, he has everything that he needs to expand further if they wanted to, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you have any other questions or any other topic you want to bring up. And if you're not a member, become a member. Gives you access to exclusive content, and I will continue to put out exclusive content for members only. Obviously, just stay tuned on the channel. And for members, you guys will continue to get exclusive photos as well. So, yeah, as story wise, Dragon Ball has a lot of expansion to do. It can definitely go as long as they want it to go. It can go as further as they want it to go, should they want it. And they should. Why not? Why the hell not? They should continue to expand it. If it is the same, because the reason why I'm saying, because the same company is the same, it is the same company that is doing One Piece. It is the same company that is giving funds to One Piece. And One Piece is a great show. One Piece is a great show, and it has a lot of fan base. It has a grounded fan base. I mean, for someone to watch One Piece, to start One Piece from the beginning, and to catch up, that fan ain't going away, because you cannot let go of spending so much hours upon hours to watch One Piece, and you catch up and you let it go. No, that's why One Piece has a huge fan base. And I'm not knocking One Piece. It's just that I hope and I wish they will give the same resource they give to One Piece, just a little bit of it to Dragon Ball, and expand it as they are doing One Piece. It will be a great show. It will be a great show. Frankly speaking, when I saw Neva the first time with Goma, I thought it's going to be the evil version of, the evil Namekian that is going to aid Goma to achieve whatever he wants to achieve. But that wasn't the case. Nava is actually in the middle of the situation. Nava is not really, I thought he's actually working for Goma and he's going to work, but actually he's not. He's especially seeing a clanman, a countryman, as we would say it in this modern world, seeing someone as the same race as he is, he even made it crystal clear what he must do. Because him reuniting with one of his own, being Piccolo, and knowing their origin, knowing that Piccolo and Dende, right? Dende as well, Piccolo as well, two of the Namekians on the same planet. And knowing that we use our powers for peace, he even gave reason why Never did what he did by helping Goku, by helping the Super Warriors. Of course, you would say, well, why didn't he help Piccolo? Why didn't he go do what he did to Goku to Piccolo? Well, I don't know. Maybe he felt like Goku has the potential, or he's stronger than Piccolo, or something. Maybe the moment presented for Goku and not Piccolo, and he did what he needed to do, right? Oh. All right, guys. Any further questions? Do you guys have any further questions? Bring it up. Yeah, if Gohan, I mean, if Gohan was in Daima and imagine if Gohan turned into Gohan, Beast Gohan. Imagine if that happened. Imagine if Gohan turned into his beast form, if he was in Daima. If Gohan was in Daima, yes, it will be overwhelming because they're gonna have to choose somebody to take up the mantle to be the hero. Someone has to be the hero, right? If Gohan was there, it's going to kind of collide with Goku shining, or is it gonna be Gohan shining? What they did to Dragon Ball Z Cell Saga, it was befitting because at that point they wanted to give somebody else a chance. And Goku having his son that is able-bodied to fight, it made sense to give Gohan the chance to shine. Goku saw potential in Gohan, which he's been seeing all this time. And I know before Gohan fought Cell, when everybody was pestering Goku, why are you making this decision? Why are you going to let your son fight Cell? He's a kid. But none of them know what Goku knows, right? So Goku thought that I'm not going to be around forever. And since this boy has shown great promise, I'll rather sit this one back and let Gohan win this one. But before I do that, because he's insane, I'm going to test Cell and see what he's all about. And maybe helping my son to see how Cell fights. Which Piccolo called it out. After Gohan turned into Super Saiyan 2, Piccolo said to Goku, "It looks like you fighting Cell has helped Gohan a lot to know how Cell fights," which indeed it did. It did help Gohan, even though Gohan was so strong that Cell cannot touch him, but Gohan watching Cell fight kind of gave him a good idea on how to deal with Cell. So, if anyone watched RG number 8, let me know in the comment box because I'm thinking of taking it on. This season is almost done on all the animes that I'm doing. You know, this winter/fall season. Knowing the fact that Solo Leveling, the previous season was, I believe, 12 episodes, right? 12 episodes. I think we're approaching towards the end of Solo Leveling, Rurouni Kenshin. I'm not sure how long episode of Rurouni Kenshin is this time. Dragon Ball Daima is ending this month, if I'm not mistaken. So it's almost like we are slowly going into a new season, which indeed we are, because February, March, come April becomes a new season, which is spring. So spring animes are going to show up, and I haven't really dug deep to know which spring anime is going to be good to check out. For you fans, if you're going to watch this after, please let me know which anime that is worthy enough, like my kind of anime coming up, spring anime that are coming up. I know Windbreaker is coming up, I think next month, which will be spring, right? And except that, I'm not sure. But if you know any good ones that anime world is really buzzing, any good ones that are buzzing that are coming out, let me know as well. Yeah, Dragon Ball is awesome, man. Dragon Ball is simply awesome. I love it. I just hope that they will give it a shine and continue it and not make us wait 3 years, 4 years after they've given us an arc. They should continue it. It deserves a continuation, and it has every reason to get an expansion. It needs to be expanded. It should. So, final thoughts. Final thoughts. It's been a good stream, and you guys can catch me on my other social media platforms as well. I'm on Rumble, which is where I do my martial art fitness videos. But what I post on, no, not Rumble, TikTok. What I post on TikTok are mainly small clips. The full clip of my workout videos is going to be delegated to members only on my channel. So whatever you see on TikTok or Instagram, just know that is nothing but a clip, a small clip. The full clips of my upcoming workout videos or events or personal photos or anything important or personal life situations or whatever will be posted on members only, my YouTube channel. So join and become a member because you get more. Like I said before, if I schedule a video that I'm going to post, whether if it is in the next 3 days, next 4 days, next 5 days, you will be the first to watch it, to comment if you want to. You will have access to it first before everybody else sees it. That's the perks for becoming a member. And depending on the level that you choose, gives you more access, gives you more stuff. Now, even though I said you can have access to videos for members only, I will always have members only videos, but there are certain videos that I will make for people who are platinum members. You know, because platinum members gets everything. And when I say everything, they have access to everything. Now, like I said, I'll make videos for members only, but there are special videos that I'm going to leave for platinum members. So if you're a platinum members, you get access to everything, right? And I think I might add more perks for platinum members, because if you contribute that much, I want to make sure that I give you your money worth. And for you guys that are joining and becoming a member, I'm going to give you your money's worth as well, because, you know, it makes sense. Yes, I'm going to still play Final Fantasy 16. I'm thinking of doing it tomorrow morning. I'm not sure. If it doesn't happen tomorrow morning or tomorrow, then it will be something that I will be doing next week Saturday. Okay, if I don't do it tomorrow morning, it will be something that I will do next week Saturday. And generally, just to make sure, once again, you said that there is no issues with the copyright stuff on Final Fantasy 16, correct? Because I do love the game. I do like the storyline. The game is pretty cool. It's really cool. It has Devil May Cry essence to it that I like so much. Because I want to make sure there will be no issue. I just want to make sure that there will be no issue with okay, sounds good. In that case, then I'm probably going to either tomorrow or Saturday, I'm going to do another stream on Final Fantasy 16. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know if on what is going on and if I'm going to come live tomorrow. I might take tomorrow to rest, and I will see you guys on Saturday. Well, I will post reaction videos on Rurouni Kenshin, solo leveling. No, Rurouni Kenshin, Dragon Ball Daima, solo leveling. And then on Saturday, I will do a live stream on gameplay on Final Fantasy. I might do it tomorrow, maybe not, but I'm gonna use tomorrow to rest up a bit and use the next couple of days to rest up. You will, if you guys are a member, you probably know that I have videos available for members only, and I have videos that I've scheduled that only members can see and watch it. Right? I have videos available that I've scheduled to post that only members can get access to it. So yeah, man, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. I'm not gonna forget. In fact, I'm going to go and see where I left it or where I put that shirt, because I still have it. I still have it, and I'm going to bring it out and I'm going to get it ready. I'm not sure, I might post Dragon Ball Daima, the full episode, on YouTube. I'm not sure, but just pay attention to what is going on. The reason why I delegated some of my full reactions to Rumble, there's a reason. And if you become a platinum member, you will know the reason, because these are the stuff that I leave for members only, kind of stuff. But this kind of stuff, it's a very sophisticated reason with a sophisticated information that I reserved it for my members and for platinum members only to know. So if you want to find out why my Dragon Ball Daima episode 17 is no longer there, I delegated it to Rumble. Become a member and you will find out. These are the things that I leave for my members. So On that note, thank you guys for joining. For some of you guys that missed this stream and will watch it later, thank you for your participation. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification. Don't forget to be a member, because being a member, you're gonna get benefits from that too. And check me out, guys, on my other social media platforms. And yeah, on that note, keep on keeping on. See you in the next live stream. Adios.